Welcome to episode 30 of our Dusty Survival series. It's January, it's time to sell. Hello everyone and welcome back. You are just joining Dusty and I whilst we put the chickens up into the coop because things have been moved around. So we'll deal with this and then we'll jump back and I'll give you a bit of a status of where everything is. I might even get the drone cam out and have a quick flyby. Right, let's deal with these coopies first. As you can see, the snow has fallen overnight. It continued to snow all through December and it has left quite a dusting on the ground, but the sun is set to come out later, so we may find that the ground clears, but we'll have to just see. And here we are. You can see where we've now got the chickens nicely stowed away right next to the sheep, and these guys are super duper happy. So I'll just get this lot unstrapped. We've got the feed here as well, and then these guys can come out of the cage, yeah, and they can join their friends.
Now I remember why we chose this particular breed of hen. They travel really well. You put them in a cage, they just sit there stone-like.
Yeah, they do look kind of plastic, don't they, Dusty?
Yep, that's in their nature. Well, let's get them out and get them in with the rest. I'll just open the cage door, and they're all in. That was a pretty easy job, if I'm honest.
Yes, it was certainly an easy job. So there we go. We've got our chickens in, 29 months old. Yeah, all happy. 27 months. Yeah, so we've got the two groups here. And we do need to add a bit of food in. I've just dropped off that bag. There was only 62 litres left. Me and Dusty just handballed that straight off the back of his truck there. So we will have to pick up some more grain later. And again, I'll just need to make a mental point to save some back next time we have any in harvest. So it's 8:22 in January, and this is how things are looking up here at the top of the hill. We've got our two sheep pastures, and now we've moved the chickens up. Everyone seems to be rather happy. Have a nice scan from the other side. And while we've got the HUD up on the screen, yes, let's have a talk about money. $83,745 bucks in the bank. Now, the idea came to me to sell the lime last month, and we left that running and actually recouped the cash at midnight at the end of the month. When all the calculations have been done, all said and done, we came away with £62,700. Unbelievable. Now, the actual stone crusher is out of water at the minute, so one of the jobs we will have to do later is take the Bowser down there and make sure that is filled up, because she is sat there virtually full of stone still, but needs some water in order to keep producing lime. So we'll get that done as a job, but for now let's just quickly jump over and let me show you the homestead. Just getting a bit of elevation here on drone cam. So there's our silo, you can see our massive pile of silage, and that is going to be sold today. We've got our field in the middle here, that's fine. The greenhouses, we tidied everything away. There's 2 crates there, 2 pallets of lettuce. But the key thing I want to look at, let me just drop in elevation here. There we go. This whole area has now been, and I'm sorry to say you can't see this because of the snow, but it has been reinforced and concreted. So we are absolutely ready when we get some spare cash on the hip to put a barn in here or some form of warehouse. I don't think we need to go mad. We don't need to go crazy big. Just minding the trees there. Yeah, just big enough to store stuff in, store machinery, and so on and so forth. Now, we do need to get some proper fencing up and around. So as you can see, the wooden fence we took out in order to do the concreting, I'd like to put something a bit more substantial back. And actually, the rod ends are poking out. You can't see them here again because of the snow. So we should be able to put either concrete posts or steel posts straight on the top of those. That's all been planned ahead of time. Yeah, it's gone really well actually. It's been a lot of work, but it's all safe and tidy. Now this is the area where the chickens were originally, so we just basically collapsed the pen, took the troughs up, and as you've just seen, just finished moving those guys just now. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this area just yet. I need to discuss it with Dusty, but it is a bit bumpy. It certainly needs levelling off. And I think perhaps we just use it again as an area for storage, perhaps. Yeah, I'm going to think about that this month. Now, looking straight ahead, the path that we can see here, the track, I am going to slightly improve. Now, as we've got bigger and as operations have got a bit more substantial, we have bigger equipment and it's just a little bit windy. Obviously, we're moving around this particular field here, but when we come up to this section here with this tree, I think we're going to take this tree out because it's now growing to the point that the leaves and the boughs of the tree are actually hanging out into the track here. And I think I may also remove this one here just to enable us to get round a bit more easily. On the back of that, and looking at it from this reverse view, I think I will attempt to straighten this track out a little bit. That is work that I will do with Dusty between the months. It's certainly a bit too cold to be digging up the ground now, but I just wanted to let you guys know that is the ultimate plan in terms of working around the homestead. Now, we removed the bees from up on the top there because obviously we've removed the field. I do have that stored away and I think we'll take that down to field 21. I'm not sure whether having a bee box down there, a hive, will actually mean that the honey is sent back to the homestead over that distance. Now, if someone can let me know in the comments if that's the case, or whether or not we need to have another point of collection for honey down at the bottom near 21. Yeah, somebody let me know. I'd be interested before we make that change.
Geez, we got a lot of bales here. When do we want to take them down to the animal dealer, computer guy?
Well, Dusty, I think we leave that till this afternoon. The prices tend to creep up in the afternoon. But, saying that, I do need you to go and pick up the trailer.
Why, where the hell's the trailer?
It's down at the store.
Why the hell is the trailer down at the store?
Because I took it down to be repaired last month. You remember when I took the straw down to the animal dealer?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it just needed a bit of repair work.
I thought we did all that after we'd done our selling. But fine, if you want me to go down there in the Landini and pick up the trailer, then I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, something fishy going on about that trailer. Either way, I suppose I better go pick it up.
Well, I think I got away with that. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if Dusty believed me about the trailer, but either way, it's been repaired and he needs to pick it up, so yeah, no questions asked. Right, while he's down there, I mentioned earlier about chopping some of these trees down. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this one. Now, I'm trying to think back to all the advice one of my fans has given me, the woodsman, regarding actual chopping of actual trees. Right, we need to get an angle, not too much. I also need to cut, is it on the side that I want it to fall? I'm a bit nervous about this. I've got a greenhouse over there, a silo there. Do you know what? I think I'm going to move the New Holland. Makes sense just to try and mitigate any bad disasters by moving stuff out of the way as much as possible. I'll just move it down here. It's not great in the snow, so I don't want to go crazy wild, but I'll just pop it down here out of the way. That will do for now. Okay, so back to the tree. Get that hopefully chopped and landing in the right direction. I kind of want it to fall almost directly at me here. Yeah, right down onto the path. Okay, let me see what I can do. Right, here goes. Now that is how you cut down a tree. I am well chuffed for that. Little bit of careful planning. That went as good as it could have done. Fantastic work. Well done, me. Just whip these branches off here. Steadily, carefully. and then I'll head up and do that other tree at the top. That is not bad at all. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So, much wider canopy. It's not really symmetrical in the way that it's going to fall easily. I feel like the weight of that particular large branch is going to take it to the right. But, okay, I'm not too worried about these barriers. It could feasibly fall anywhere bar up here. So I really want it to fall immediately away from me. Okay, let's get set up for this one. Right, I think that's the angle I want. That's possibly a bit pitched there. Let me just level it off a bit. I think that is our sweet spot. Okay, let's give this one a go. Not quite what I wanted. Okay, we'll deal with this separately. Let me just go and give it a nudge, I think. Push. Go on. No, don't come this way. Don't come this way. Oh, that's the worst case scenario. Okay, any damage? No, we're okay. We're okay. Right, let me get these branches off, and then Dusty can come pick these two up later.
Ah, there she is. Look at that. Not quite shiny and new, but definitely operational. Looks like computer guy has been doing some felling. Well, I'll best go get the trailer and pick up all these logs. Oh man, I really need to go put the weight on the front. Right, let's go try this again. Well, I got the weight on, but I'm still slipping around like a snake in oil. Right. I'm gonna go get the plow. If I can plow my way a path, then I should be able to get the trailer up the hill. Come on, baby. That's right, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Yeah, she's biting. She's biting. Come on. Yeah, we got it. Man, I love this tractor. Right, I think we're all on board. I'm gonna head this load down to the sawmill. I'll see y'all down there shortly.
Dusty will be back shortly with the Landini. For now, I'm just going to jump on board the combine and just get this back in position. And then when he's back, I think the first thing we need to do is get some water down to our stone crusher, because that was making a fair amount of revenue last month, and I'd like to keep that underway. Let's go and grab the trailer and start loading up with bales. We also need to get the Bowser down to the stone crusher and get that filled up with water, because that makes us a good revenue. And I also, before the day is out, would like to set up the beehives down on field 21. So we've got a couple of things to get on with. Perhaps let's save the big money until the end of the day and deal with these little jobs first. It is a wonderfully sunny day now, just exactly as the weather said it would be. Right, we've got the Bowser on. We are going to fill up the stone crusher with as much water as possible. Then we know that that can just sit there generating income, certainly for the next couple of months. Now that water's going in there and the machine is operational once more. Dusty's just doing a few runs backwards and forwards with the Bowser to fill up the stone crusher. I've just stepped out onto field 21. I'm just trying to work out quite the best location to put these bees. They've got a radius of about 100 meters. Unfortunately, I'm not great at judging distances. I couldn't tell you quite how far that will cover. And I feel putting it on a corner is not necessarily optimum, because we're only really gauging 50%, sorry, a quarter of an arc there, a quarter of a circle. If we were to put it smack bang in the middle of one edge, then we're certainly going to arc 100 meters in a semicircle in terms of what it would look like on the field. If any of you guys out there know of a device that might help me in understanding quite the range of my beehives, then certainly put a comment below, that would be useful. But I think for now the best way to go without any actual scientific data is to plop it down right here on the middle of this length and then let the bees cover as much as possible. We may need two, but that's fine. We've got the one that we've dismantled from up at the top, and we'll add that into the mix down here. We may need a second one, as I say, and I'd like to understand whether or not the actual honey is going to make it all the way back to the homestead from here. But comments below, please, ladies and gentlemen, help me out. Right, let's get this beehive constructed here. Okay, so we're going to go down to our animals, and we have our bees. We have our beehive. This was the one we had. Yes, I've still got £6 rebate, so we'll pop this down. It will cost us 12, but we will get £6 back at the end of the month, so that's not a huge issue. So I think approximately there is the way to go. Right, we are absolutely filled with water in the big Rolo track. Let's just go and check the situation. Yeah, there we go. 60,000 litres of water, 96,000 litres of stone. We're currently storing, well, maximum amount of lime. Let me grab my mouse here and then just change this output mode to selling. That will, well, it'll probably stay quite high because we've got water and stone, so this will now just burn through, but hopefully sell, and we'll get that revenue at midnight at the end of this month. So we'll have to see quite what we get there. Brilliant. Okay. And as I look around, the sky is clear, the sun is really quite warm now, and the snow has melted. So I'm glad we didn't waste our time with the plough earlier, because that would have been just, yeah, pointless. Right, let's go grab the Landini, get back in that, because the next job is getting ready to sell those bales. Well, here we are. Really, really quite sunny up here now. Let me just park up. So there you all are. Now we can see this without the snow. We can see the concrete here, crisp and clean. Oh no, I've got some tyre tracks on it. I'll have to get some sponges out and clean that off. No, it is looking brilliant, and I can't wait to get some proper barns and warehousing in here. Yeah, but that is going to be a job for next month, because we are about to go for the big sell, everybody. The big sell. This is where we see how much we make with silage. And there we go. We were looking at this earlier. That is one hefty pile. I want to hear your comments down below at this point in the video. Pause it. Let me know how much you think we're going to make before we head down there. I'd be really interested to know. I'm estimating, I don't know, let me think. As I said before, I think we've got 4 times the amount we made, $250,000 last time, this time last year. I'm hazarding around 500k here. $500,000 bucks for this pile in front of me. Is that right? Is my maths good? We're about to find out.
Right, computer guy. Let's get this load on.
Yes, Dusty, let's do it. That is the first load on. 28 bales there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how many we can get down to the animal dealer. Well, that's the first load done by Dusty there. Heading back to the homestead to collect, I think, at least another 2 trailerfuls. Okay, let's get loading.
I think it's going pretty well, computer guy.
Yeah, we've got a real good speed on now, Dusty. Right, whip that one down to the animal dealer. Offload it. Let's get all the bales down there first, have a quick count up, maybe even take a picture, and then let's see how much we can make.
Oh yeah, it's big money day.
Wow. That's a really smart looking pile of silage there, everybody. I think we've got one more trailer load left up at the homestead. Let's go grab that, and then let's go make some money. Our sun is starting to drop up here at the homestead. It's about 3:30, I think. We'll check when we stop with Dusty here. But yes, this is, I believe, going to be the last load of bales. Oh, would you believe it? We actually have 3 bales left over. We just can't get them on. Health and safety won't let us add any more on top of this pile here. So we have another 28. That's 3 loads. So not quite the 4 that I was expecting. That's going to affect my sum somewhat. So I'm hedging back towards maybe 350, 400k now. But yeah, we're going to have to annoyingly come back and pick up these 3 individually. But not a problem. Let's get these down there. There's 84 bales of silage at the dealer, 84 bales over here. There's 84 bales of silage at the dealer, 84 bales over here. How much are we going to make? Oh, I'm so excited, I'm actually singing. It's insane. Right, okay, sorry viewers, let me regroup, calm myself down and get this loaded off. Well done, Dusty, just park it there, we'll get this all loaded. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we start to get this lot sold. Looking at the money, the lime really is pulling in some cash here. 187,000. I'm thinking that's about 100 grand. So yeah, the lime is a great earner, more than I ever expected. But this in front of me is the thing I'm excited about. Right, as soon as Dusty's come out from the toilets, we'll get this loaded. And we're going to have to do it in 3 passes, so I can't just do one big, lovely drop and get a big payday. We'll have to calculate it in 3 runs. Right, here we go. It's 10 to 4. Let's make some money. That first load, 88,453. Load 2 is on. Right, let's have a look then. Ah, there's one stuck there. 86,343. Our third load here, third trailer, and that leaves those 3 random bales at the end that we had earlier. Okay, let's see if I can get this all sold off in one hit without a bale getting stuck. That final bale, if you're interested, sold for $2,506 bucks. So we're getting $2.5 grand a bale here. What are we getting? There's still one left again. 86,304. And here we are in the shadow of the valley now. 1 minute to 4 in the afternoon in January. 4 more bales of silage to sell. Oh, there's one left. There's always one sticky one. That was 9,462. The reason why this bale is hanging around, ladies and gentlemen, is because it's actually grass and it hasn't turned to silage yet. So yeah, that one we can just keep back for next season. But let me do some maths and I'll come back to the final figure.
So come on, YouTube guy, what's the final score?
Well, looking at my notes here, Dusty, on bales today, silage, we made $273,720 bucks.
Well, you can't sniff at that, can you, computer guy? Man, that's some good stuff right there. You was talking about $500,000 earlier on.
Yes, I think I miscalculated.
I had got my hopes up a little bit higher than 270, but man, it's 270 G's. So what are we gonna spend it all on, computer guy?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to ask the viewers. I'd like to put this back to the viewers and see what they think. Now, you know, we're back to the same old question. More production chains, more of the same production chains. Do we get more animals for feeding our production chains in terms of wool, perhaps? Do we start new ones in terms of getting some cows, some cattle, milk, all that sort of stuff? We got cheese, so that's a whole avenue we haven't explored. I know I want a new tractor. I love the Landini, but I think we could do with something a bit more powerful, a bit faster.
What else you got written on your notepad there, computer guy?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, so on top of that, we've also today made $171,270 bucks on lime. I'm absolutely shocked at that. That is a production chain that we just thought would be minuscule and just there helping us up to produce, in effect, lime for our own fields.
Yeah, but Christ, we hauled out so many stones from out the top of the hill. I'm not surprised we're making a killing on that. YouTube guy, we are crushing it.
We are, Dusty. We are crushing the silage and we are quite literally crushing the lime. Yeah, wow, we are in the money, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we are at the mill, and you may be thinking, why are we at the mill? Well, we are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to haul across the flour and get it sold for some big dollar bucks.
I better get back with the trailer. Computer guy's waiting for me to load on the flour.
Right, let's get a load in then. Whether or not I'm quicker at this than Dusty, I don't know, but I have had a bit of practice recently. So let's get it on. Oh, what's the best one to start? It's probably at the bottom. Let's get these forks closed off. Yes. Right. There we go, we're in. Steady now. Right. It's going to take me a little while, ladies and gentlemen. I suspect it's going to be dark by the time this is on. Look at the speed of that. Oh, I'm almost a pro. I'm on to the last one here, ladies and gentlemen. That didn't take too long. Let's get my forks down. Oh, steady, steady. Right, I'll just pop this one on the front. That should be enough. There we go. Not too bad. Oh no, I've just caught the edge. Just tilt my forks forward a bit. There we go. Brilliant. Right. Engine off. Let's strap these on. I have no idea how much is on there. Dusty's going to give us a shout once he's in the cab. And then this lot can be sold. Strap that, strap that. I think we're hitched on every one of the eyes. Yep, we are good. That is not a bad haul at all. What are we talking here? Let's just do a count up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 24. We've got 2 there, 26. 27 pallets. Brilliant work. I have no idea how much this is going to be worth. Totally forgot about the flour. What a bonus.
Well, that's 27,000 litres of flour there, computer guy.
That's not a bad haul at all, is it, Dusty?
It sure ain't. Right, let's go get this sold. I think we're gonna be in for a huge amount of this lot.
Now that's a pretty sight, I must say. This is our first proper selling of flour. I have no idea what flour's going for. I can check, but I don't want to try and work it out. I just want to be surprised. As I say, I almost completely forgot that January is the time to sell flour. It's normally the time to sell bread, and in my mind I was thinking, well, we don't have a baker's, we're not making bread. But of course, flour feeds that production chain. Well, here we are at the supermarket. Right, Dusty, over to you. Let's pull it over. Let's see how much we're going to make. We've just had to pick up a pallet that flew off the top when we unstrapped. Right, let's have a look then. Try and keep it steady so we get it all in one hit. Oh, the price is racking up here. 100 grand maybe? 120? £52,000. Not bad at all. That's certainly a better yield than if we had sold all of our wheat and various other crops directly. Very happy with that. So, we're finishing the day on £590,000. What a month, ladies and gentlemen. January is always where we make a lot of money. Now, we still got some selling to do in February, but this is where the money is made. We are currently sat on just over $500,000 bucks, and I'd love to hear from you guys in terms of what you think Dusty and I should spend that money on. Stick some big detailed comments below, we'll read through them, and hopefully we'll make some plans to start to implement maybe March onwards. But until then, it's been such a fantastic month this month. Thank you for joining us yet again. It's always great to have you here. If you're liking this content, give it a thumbs up, it really does help. Otherwise, until next time, take care. Bye bye.